Oh, hey everybody! It's America's favorite comedian of all time, Chad Ryden. Thank you. I was just reminded of something. I had a work day here at the Chatterosa off the grid in Taos County, New Mexico. Had a work day over here a few weeks ago, and I was looking for a concrete mixer, a cement mixer, so we could do some stabilized hyper adobe walls. And so I put the word out in like Facebook groups and social media and in text to a bunch of people I know in Taos and have in my phone, and I heard back from about three or four traditional construction guys who you were saying like, "Oh, I've got like three or four people said this. I've got a concrete mixer, but you can't use it for free. Like $200 a day. I don't work for free." Like, well, I'm not asking you to work for free. I'm asking to borrow a mixer if you're not using it. But kind of raised something I'd felt in an undercurrent. Oh, by the way, and I did get a mixer. My actual friend Marcus Sisk, who's a wonderful person, lent me his cement mixer, which he wasn't using at all. And so, like, that's nice. That's what I was looking for, and I found it. But it reminded me there's a lot of people in Taos County who have a real chip on their shoulder about the Volun Tuesday events I've been promoting this last year and volunteering at myself for the last 3 years or so. Uh, they got a chip on their shoulder about it. So and so been doing this work for free scam for blah 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 blah. They work for free scam. Yeah. Okay. Well, my main project this year has been, yes, I'm building a hyper adobe house for me. It's moving very slowly, and I don't know if I'm going to get done by winter. I hope I can, but my primary focus this year has been building a home for Wendy and Kogi, my friends up the road from me. She was displaced from the house she'd been in for about 9 years, and somebody in the community gifted her a quarter acre of land, and we were building a hyper adobe house for her and her son, who otherwise would be homeless, who currently sleep in a tent at the foot of Two Peaks. And I don't want to tell her business. I'm not trying to put her business out in the street, but that's the reality of their situation. Is they do not have a home right now, and they're sleeping in a tent, and they have been for months. And if you are too good to go and help them for a day, I'm not saying come and work for the next 4 months. If you're too good to come and help a single mom who lives off the grid already, like that's being a single mom off the grid is already being a single mom. Being a mom is incredibly difficult. Being a single mom on top, like, come on, being a single mom who lives off the grid but is also fucking homeless. The reality of it, homeless, living in a tent. Like, you're too good to help that person? Get fucked. Just get fucked. And then there's other people who are shitting on the methods we're using. We're building it with Hyper Adobe, which is a fantastic way to build. But there's people who don't quite understand what it is or why we're using that. But the people talking shit are traditional construction people. It's people who build stick frame houses and styrofoam or friggin' fiberglass insulation, which is very harmful. That's the asbestos of 50 years from now, I guarantee you. And all they build a normal. I don't know if you've been in the Southeast, if you're outside of the area, but the buildings here are either Adobe or fake Adobe, styled like Adobe. And so what these people are building, traditional bullshit construction, stick frame bullshit fiberglass construction, and they round the corners and they plaster over the OSB, over the particle board, because that's what the house is built out of, fucking particle board and lumber that they shipped in from God knows where, and a bunch of concrete. And they round those corners off and they plaster over that, and it's a fake Adobe wall, Adobe, and it's doesn't perform worth a shit. You need central heat and air. You need a lot of electricity, and it's just traditional construction styled like Adobe. And these people are the ones who talk shit about the sustainable building practices we're doing out here. So, like, I don't need to hear their opinions because their livelihood is building these bullshit houses that do not perform well in this environment at all. And you would freeze to death in if it wasn't for all the electricity you're pumping into these heating units, these air conditioning units. Those people building those shitty houses that they're selling to rich Texas fucks who want to retire out here because they think they're, they used to come here to ski once a year when they were kids. So now that they're in their 70s, they want to get the hell out of Texas because guess what? It sucks. And they come here and they buy some place within a 3-mile radius of town for hundreds of thousands of dollars and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars more to build a traditional bullshit house that has these little rounded corners and plaster over them, and then they paint it brown to make it look like it was made out of earth. Fuck you. Get fucked. Just ridiculous. Those are the naysayers. Those are the people talking shit about what we're doing out here. What I'm doing is building with earth, building with the materials we found right here on the property, and building something sustainable that performs well, using ancient techniques and modern architecture to not need, HVAC, not need a lot of electricity. Whatever. If you want to learn how to do it, you can come on out and help. We'd appreciate that. We'd appreciate your help. If you want to help and you can't physically be here, there is a GoFundMe. And we would really appreciate that. But what we don't need is people talking mad shit because their livelihood is selling an inferior product to horrible, shitty people who don't know that they're being fucked. I can't tell you how many times I've house sat for somebody who's like so proud to be in this Adobe house, and you knock on the wall, and I'm like, that ain't Adobe. That's fucking particle board and 2x with plaster, dude. It's so funny watching who gets mad about what we're doing because it's the people making money doing something that sucks. All right, whatever.